What's up, nerds? Today we're playing something different, something old, but something new to me. Like that, I just came up with that on the spot. Battlefleet Gothic, and today we have the veteran Andrew with us. He's going to walk us through a game. I'm pretty new to this, but he is bringing some Orks, and I have the Imperial Navy, and we are going to play, is it the Cruiser Clash scenario?
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Ships just going at it and killing each other in space. So, I guess let's go over the fleets real quick.
Sure.
What do we got here?
So I am bringing the Ork WOG list from the Armada book. We're going to start with the Death Dealer battleship. I always want to take a battleship because they're fun and, well, it's Orks. You have to take the biggest thing you can find. I am also taking 2 kill cruisers. This one is named Red Teeth, and this one's named Red Tail. Can you imagine how I came up with that one? And then finally, they're rounded out with a squadron of 4 Onslaught attack ships.
All right. Over on the Imperial Navy side, we have 2 lunar-class cruisers. We have my Admiral and this one with the yellow base. We have a Dauntless class and 5 Firestorms and 3 Cobras. Just lances and torpedoes. No Nova cannons, even though these are modeled with that. Pretty basic loadout for the Imperial Navy. All right, now we're going to get deployed and set up and kick this Void battle off. All right, so we have the deployment zones, this box here and that box there. Just a quick overview of the board. We have a
gas and dust cloud.
Gas and dust cloud. The other one's gone.
Yes.
Okay, we have a planet, and we have 3 asteroid fields.
Is that 3 or 4?
4 asteroid fields. I counted with my arm, but I said 3. It's crazy.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to roll to pick sides. Ooh.
2.
What side would you like, Andrew?
I think I would like the side I'm on.
All right.
For ease and...
That side.
Yep.
I'll take this side. All right, so now we're going to set up our ships and kick this off. After deployment, I kind of split my forces up into 2 bits here. We got a squadron here with the Dauntless, and then my 2 lunar squadron, deployed as a squadron, with the squadron of the Cobras. And over here, we got the Orks.
We have a squadron. I put them together, and they're going to go out in front to take the hits, so hopefully to keep the battleship a little safer. I mean, it is a battleship, so I think it'll be fine, but you never know.
A lot of tough nuggets over here, it looks like.
Yep, those are my tough nugs, and these are my my weedy nugs.
Uh-huh.
And they're going to just kind of guard my flank against that scary, scary horde of lance-armed ships.
Apparently these are kind of scary.
Well, for me, in particular.
I don't know what I'm doing, so...
It's all good. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun!
Yes, this will be a beginner-friendly game. Hopefully we're going to walk through what we're doing. Oh, and if anyone's curious, we are playing the OG Battlefleet Gothic rules. We're not playing XR or anything else. Any other variant, no one-page rules.
We will be using the 2010 FAQ, though, of course.
Yes.
As is appropriate.
All right, so now we roll for first turn?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
First turn and go. All right.
Looks like Imperial Navy is up first.
So what we're going to do is to start your turn, we go into the movement phase.
Yes.
You pick 1 ship or squadron, and you can choose to do a
special order
if you wish.
Is it usually advised to give orders as much as possible?
I mean, yes and no. So when you go on special orders, I get +1 leadership, and vice versa. So you're giving a benefit to somebody while also getting a benefit yourself. Now, if it's going to be a really good thing to do on your first turn, sure. But if it's not, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, if you have nothing to really do, all of your guns are short range.
Except for the torpedoes.
Except for your torpedoes, but they're already loaded.
Right.
So you don't need to reload. You don't need to lock on. Do you really want to close the distance with Orks? Probably not.
Okay.
So you don't need to go all ahead full. You don't need to make extra turns.
Yep.
And I suppose you can burn retros to stop in space, but...
Sure. Okay. Yeah, my instinct is like play really aggressively, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to kind of stay back and try to shoot you from afar if possible.
Correct. You're
So-
not playing Tyranids.
Yes, I'm not playing Tyranids. Must reprogram my brain. Okay, so we're gonna go in the movement. I don't think there's any special orders I want to do because no one's gonna be able to shoot this turn. We're just too far away.
Yep.
So many centimeters away. So yeah, we're just gonna start moving then. All right, movement phase, pretty straightforward. Just move this group up a little bit and move this group up a little bit. So now we enter the shooting phase. So the only thing I'm going to be really doing is firing some torpedoes from my torpedo launching ships. We're going to start with this cluster up here. Now Andrew informs me because I have them in base contact, I can combine the salvos for the whole squadron.
Yes.
So that's a total of, what is it, 6?
6 torpedoes.
I like it.
And is launched from the rearmost ship in the squadron.
The rearmost.
However, because you don't want to give, it doesn't want to, the game does not want to give you an advantage. Say you had them single file front to back, you'd be gaining that much distance from your rear torpedo launching ship, because if it was here, your torpedoes would start here. That's kind of silly.
So would I line it up in the center then?
Yeah. In this case, you can just do any of them because they're all the same.
All right, and I want to aim it right towards your middle of your line there, just like that.
Sure, that'll work.
Over here, do I have torpedoes over here? I can't remember. These guys have torpedoes.
They do. However, there's a risk.
Don't want to shoot those because I have a line of cobras in front.
Correct. Torpedoes are dumb.
Yeah.
Boarding torpedoes are smart, but regular torpedoes are dumb and will hit your own ships if you put them in the wrong spot.
All right, so we'll keep them in the tubes for now on these guys. My lances are out of range because we're just so far away in this void of space. So that is my shooting phase.
Yeah, that's it.
Is this a pretty typical first turn?
Absolutely.
Okay.
A lot of times there even just is no shooting whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's more maneuvering to get into position for the next turn.
Yes. It's a dance. All right, so now we enter the ordnance phase. So ordnance moves. How far do these torpedoes go?
Torpedoes, your torpedoes always go 30 centimeters.
Okay, they always go 30 centimeters straight forward.
Yep. We're going to measure this. This is placed as a representation that you fired them.
Yes.
When you actually measure them, you're measuring 30 centimeters from your stem.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. So we go all the way up to here.
Yep, right about there.
Watch out, they're coming.
Watch out, boys. There they come.
Does that screw up your movement at all? Or?
I mean, now they're in my way.
Yeah.
It actually does a tiny bit. Let's see. How far can I go?
You have to move half your distance at least. Yeah.
Yeah. It might.
Ooh.
It might, depending on how well I roll. So we'll find out.
I just want to hit something with my torpedoes.
I might let you, just for giggles.
Yeah. All right. End phase.
End phase, we're not close enough to do teleport attacks. There are no blast markers on the field to clear out. There's no repairs to be done, so we'll just move on.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. On to the Orks, turn 1. Wait, how many turns are we playing in this scenario?
I don't know, 8? Give or take?
Cruiser Clash.
Cruiser Clash is up to 8 complete turns, or until one
turns.
fleet has all its ships destroyed.
All right, so we are...
So we're going to start with the Death Dealer battleship, and he spies some targets in his sights, so they're going to attempt to do a lock-on. His leadership is 6, due to Orkies not really caring about, order and, logistics, etc. That is a 6 exactly. So I'm going to place this handy dandy green dice right there to show that it is locked on.
Locked on.
And he's going to start his move.
Okay.
Also spying targets, The cruiser squadron is going to do the same thing. They're going to attempt to lock on. They also have a leadership of 6 as their highest.
Oh, you go off the highest for a squadron.
Always go off the highest for a squadron. That's
Good
another
to know.
benefit.
Yes.
That's a negative.
Ooh, so now that means you can't do any more orders this turn.
Correct. Now I cannot do any more orders unless I use a reroll on one of my commander rerolls.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna.
Does that also apply for Brace for Impact?
No, you can always brace.
Okay.
You can always brace at all times.
Good to know.
But if you fail a brace, you cannot then make another test for it until you take damage from another attack.
Okay.
I believe that's how it goes. So they're just going to move.
All right, carrying on.
Okay, so the Orks have advanced. The onslaughts are sweeping around the asteroid field. The others are closing in on those big juicy targets. And we're going to rock right into the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start the shooting phase with the tiniest things, actually. They're going to provide some of their duties to the big ships and do some covering fire and try to take out some torpedoes. So, first thing I'm going to do is check my arcs. This guy is definitely within a firing arc, so he's going to be able to shoot those torpedoes off yonder. This guy, unfortunately, plays a little bit poorly, so he's not going to be able to do it very well. In fact, not at all. Same with this guy. He's facing that way. This guy, though, he is in range. And, well, I don't know if he's in range, but he's an arc at least. So I'm going to at least be able to get 2 ships to shoot those little bitty torpedoes.
All right. Have at him.
Did I say 2? I
think it's
probably
2.
just meant 1. No, that's out of range.
Oh, is it?
Those are not an arc. So, okay, yeah, I only have 1.
All right, fingers crossed.
It's in the front arc. So I have D6 plus 1 firepower. 2! Oh boy. According to this handy dandy chart here,
Yes.
that says I get 0 dice
0.
to shoot it. So, they're just too excited doing orky things. Moving on, we're going to do the Death Dealer then. It's going to put its bombardment cannons into that,
Okay.
which is not going to be a good representation of learning for anybody because they break all the rules.
Oh, excellent.
However, they still are weapons battery 6 or firepower 6, and we're going to go all the way over to the ordnance track of 1. So we're going to get 1 dice. I need a 4+ to wipe them out. Oh.
Yes.
However, the Death Dealer is locked on,
Ah, you got to reroll.
so I'm going to reroll it.
Oh.
Boom!
Bye-bye.
Throws them out of space.
All right. All right.
Next up, it's going to put its longer ranged guns into those Cobras. Now they are over 30 centimeters, so it's going to be a right shift on the shooting chart, the gunnery chart.
Uh-huh.
Now my firepower is 6 plus 4, so 10. So we're going to be 10
Uh-huh.
versus a closing escort, which is here. So that's down to 5. However, long range bumps it down to 4. So I'm going to get 4 dice to shoot them. And when I roll these dice, it's going to be against your armor value on your Cobras, which is a 4+.
Okay.
Cobras are not heavily armored.
Well, I'm going to spend a command point. Oh, wait.
Wait a minute. So, I'm going to roll 4 dice, and we'll see what we get. Every 4+ is a hit. I am re-rolling because I'm locked on. Still a miss. So, I score 3 hits. What that's going to do to a squadron of unhappy little escorts...
Yes.
Well, before we do this...
Do they have shields?
They do have shields. I'm going to let you break the rules as well.
Uh-huh.
Because this is a learning game.
Okay.
And I skipped it.
Yeah.
Do you wish to brace for impact?
Should I brace for impact?
You should brace for impact.
I will brace for impact.
Brace for impact.
There we go.
So, you have to roll a leadership test.
Okay. Well, these guys have the...
They're the leadership 8, so they're very likely to succeed. Especially because I am on special order, so now it's a 9 to pass here. 9 or less to pass that leadership test. So you are braced.
Yes, we have braced for the impact.
Good. So, here's how we resolve these hits.
Mm-hmm.
First one is going to be on the closest ship, which is going to be this one.
Yep.
And it's going to impact that shield. Poof.
Okay.
Second one is going to be on your hull, so now you have to roll a dice to try to brace it. Save it.
I brace it on a 4.
Yep. Brace for impact for most fleets is on a 4+.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, that's a failure.
It's a failure.
Which turns out, with 1 hit point, that ship just dies.
Bye-bye.
And is replaced by a blast marker.
Yes. Big explosion.
Now the hits travel on into the other members of the squadron. So with that 3rd hit, it's going to hit his shield.
Okay.
And that's that.
The first casualty of this combat.
My Death Gilded battleship will also launch some fighter bombers. Also randomized, but I get maximum quantity. So I'm going to put out some fighter cover here. They're not going to be doing much bombing, but they're going to do a bunch of fighter.
Fighter bombers.
Oh boy. Moving on. We're going to pop right into the cruiser squadron. It's also going to engage those Cobras at long range.
They're still braced, right?
They are still braced until the end of your next turn.
Oh, yeah, because they stay braced when I start my turn, yep.
Correct.
Cool.
So, let's launch some prowl guns at them. How many shots do I get? Minimum and maximum. So it's 7 plus 4. So firepower 11 total. Back to the chart. So, this is going to be a little different this time.
Apologize if you guys can't read this, but
We're trying. It's really small
talk it
font.
out, yeah.
We're starting on firepower 11.
Uh-huh.
Then we move over to closing escorts, which puts it at 6. However, it is long range, bumping it down to 4. And I am now shooting through a blast marker, bumping it down to 2.
Ooh, man.
So that big scary number turned into 2 dice.
Yeah, that seems to be my past experience. So I was playing it right.
Excellent.
Like, this seems wrong. I have no dice to roll.
No, that's actually pretty
Warhammer?
common. Yeah, this is not the right kind of Warhammer. What am I? I'm not used to this.
More dice.
So those 2 shots both missed. They were not locked on.
Yeah.
They do not have any targets for their closer range or port or starboard weapons. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to do anything else in the shooting phase. In the ordnance phase, I'm going to move my fighters.
Fighter bombers.
And because there are bigger, scarier torpedoes coming, I'm just going to...
Screen?
Yeah, I'm going to screen my ships here.
Smart.
And I don't necessarily need to go on CAP, which is Combat Air Patrol, so I'm going to go more like...
You're saying words that I skim through and don't know what that means.
That's okay. You know what? That's more in need of protection than these 2 wingdings. Mm-hmm. I keep thinking that one. Go that way. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so that's going to be it for my turn.
We clean up blast markers, right?
Yes. During the end phase, we clean up blast markers. So I'll go ahead and roll a dice. We're going to make 6 go away as long as they're not touching an enemy ship.
I was hoping they'd all go away.
No. Only the ones that are not touching ships.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. All right.
That
is the end of turn 1, beginning of turn 2. All right, Imperial Navy, turn 2. We will start with the moving of the ships. I don't think any special orders I want to give. So when I do orders, do I do them? I move a ship, and then I do orders, and then move the next ship.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't do orders all around and then move everything.
Correct.
Okay.
So when you pick a ship to move, that's when you do your order.
All right. So I will pause the recording until I issue a order, but I'll start moving my stuff. Movement phase partially complete. The Cobras turned and are running away so that they can reload their torpedoes, fire again. I tactfully moved up my lunars and positioned them just so that both arcs from this guy can shoot at this one and both arcs can shoot at this one. We're going to do some special orders on the firestorms. Leadership 6. +1 because Andrew's on special orders over there. So we're going to go lock on.
That's a success.
Yes!
We'll give you some pretty green dice.
Oh, yeah. What? Well, you don't want to use these printed ones where the lock on didn't come out?
Exactly the point.
Yeah. All right. They are locked on. Movement phase is complete. Moved up this cluster. Getting ready to clash. All right. We'll start the shooting phase with the 1. Firestorm with his lance. We're gonna go for the. Ooh, should I go for the ordnance? Would that be dumb?
No, because you're trying to do this. And realistically, you might cause one hit on either ship, which will take down my shield, so...
Yeah, let's go for the ordnance here.
Now, it's going to be harder to hit the ordnance, but it's at least going to prove better for your plans overall.
Yeah, let's do that. Lance is one shot? No,
Yep.
3 shot? 1 shot?
Your lance will always use the number of dice that it has on its profile versus your targets.
Okay.
Whether it's an ordnance or otherwise, which makes it a little different from your weapons batteries.
Mm-hmm.
And like we talked about earlier, makes it more reliable.
Yes, so it always hits on a 4, though.
Not against ordnance.
Oh.
Ordnance, it always hits on a 6.
A 6? Oh, man.
Which is why I said my bombardment cannon, which does hit ordnance on a 4, isn't a good representation.
Okay.
So there's your options. You can either hit the ordnance on a 6, or try to take down a shield on one of my ships on a 4, and then follow it up with no firepower. Because regardless of whatever you'd be shooting at.
I am locked on, though, so I can reroll.
Honestly, I'd say that ordnance is still your best choice.
Yeah, let's do the ordnance. Looking for a 6.
Try again.
No! Okay. Onto here. We'll start with the Admiral ship. Admiral Engelbert Humperdinck himself.
The one and only.
He's gonna fire the torpedoes and the stuff from the side. Yeah, so let's do the torpedoes. What's his torpedo salvo?
6.
6 torpedoes. Coming out right there, heading right over there. Shredded. And then the port side weapons, we're gonna shoot everything at the ordnance.
Because if you don't take it out, those torpedoes just go.
Exactly. So we'll start with the lance batteries. Fire strength 2.
So, yeah, you get both your dice.
Hitting on 6s.
It'd be great shooting if you were shooting at anything else.
Yeah, I know, right? So we got the port weapons battery. That's 6 fire strength. Might half range. What's the shift?
So in this case, you're going to go all the way down to the ordnance spot on the table, which will give you 1 dice.
1 dice.
Yes.
Oh man, this is rough. Okay. Well, shoot.
What you can do
Could I fire
is...
torpedoes from here and line it up so it passes your ordnance?
Yeah, you certainly can do that.
Let's do that.
So at least allow one wave to get through.
Yep.
Instead of trying to do the same at this target and splitting your fire, sometimes you just want to put it all into one target.
Yeah, let's do that. And then the splitting of the fire will still happen. We'll shoot the stuff over at...
Since you're not worried about...
Yeah, let's go for the big guy.
Now that you need 4s, I bet you're going to hit on
Yep.
6s.
Here we go. 4s.
Son of a gun.
If only you could see my face right now.
It's very Sam worthy.
All right, so we got the what you call it?
Weapons batteries.
6 fire strength going against a
Closing capital
ship. Or
Yep.
oh yeah. Yep.
So I am closing to you.
So that'd be 4.
4 dice.
4 dice.
You need 6s.
6.
My heavy armored prow.
Nothing.
Nada.
Swing and a miss. All right. That is my shooting phase. So now we'll go on to ordnance phase. So these guys move forward.
Yep. You can send forth the torpedoes
30
to
centimeters.
clip those fighter bombers there,
Yep.
and they shall remove themselves.
And then these guys
That one open to just...
gonna shimmy their way on in.
You bet they are. They're going to be hitting on my prow. So,
All right.
now for ordnance, they're going to roll 1 dice for each point of strength, so 6 dice in this case. It's going to be against the armor value facing the armor facing that it's hitting, so 6s to hit.
6s. Ah!
Oh,
Blast.
what a curse of luck. Well, they will now sit right behind us. So we'll just put some...
Oh, the torpedoes keep going?
yes. If they miss, they keep going.
Oh.
So they're just going to just sit right there. Yep. Beep.
Nice. Okay.
Not going to bomb some poor unfortunates on this planet.
Hopefully it's just a gas giant. There's nobody there. All right, that is Imperial Navy turn 2. Onto the Orks.
I'm actually going to move my ordnance a little bit first.
Oh yeah, your ordnance moves. That's right. Don't like that.
They're just getting where I need them to be.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, how does that work for ordnance? I move mine first, then you move yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, and now on my turn, I would move mine first, then you get to move yours.
Gotcha. That makes sense. All right. That is what turn? Oh.
How many blast markers do you get to remove?
2 blast markers.
Oh, boy.
All right. I always forget about that. All right, cool.
I have to do it for both. Worth it.
Yeah.
So, I am going to go ahead and take a free Orky order
Life's worth living, right?
to all ahead full my cruiser squadron.
Oh boy, here they come.
And then, so Orks get this for free. However, their ships and engines are not as good, so they only get 2 dice. Oh, they're going.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Go in the distance. So, the first one is not going to be able to do it, but the second one has a lineup for this lunar class cruiser right here.
Does it?
Oh, it does. It's going to be enough to clip it.
It just has to clip the model, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be done. It just has to clip it.
Oh.
So, what I have to do is pass another leadership test.
Wait, this one's not going to clip this one?
No, he's too far off his angle. Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Let's see, right along my line.
I guess you could catch the tip of my cow catcher there.
Oh,
The choo-choo.
you're right. From my base to your base, that's enough. Okay, I'm going to attempt to pass 2 leadership tests.
Oh, you measure the base to base.
Right, for...
Not the model,
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The model means
but,
nothing.
But yeah, that'll still...
Is it just enough to wing it?
I think it is.
Okay, you know what? We'll go with it.
We'll make
Let's
it
see
happen.
what happens. So,
Deadly.
to succeed at ramming, you have to pass the leadership test.
Yeah.
There's no modifiers here for anything in particular.
Leadership is 6.
Yeah. So,
Can you roll high again, please?
Red Tail. Red Tail's on a 5.
Yeah.
Ah, it fails. So it's not going to succeed at the ram.
Yes.
Red Teeth. That's a success.
All right.
So, move our ships. Well, move my ships. I'm going 32 centimeters in total.
Oh.
Rogue.
Nice.
So I'm just overshooting you a little bit.
Are they in contact?
Rogue. No.
Okay.
It just passed by.
So ramming, you keep going through.
Yep. I mean, you keep on moving.
Should I brace for impact?
Yes. Actually, you should.
Okay. Let's do that.
Well, actually, maybe not.
No?
Maybe not. So, what's going to happen is the one that
goes
did
away,
succeed, which was Red Teeth, he's going to be hitting you on your prow.
Oh, it is a prow. Okay.
There's going to be prow on.
Because I know
yeah.
like the side is bad.
Yeah, side would have been worse, but yeah, he's only going to hit. It's going to be prow to prow. So both of us are going to roll a number of dice equal to our starting hull value, and we're going to be hitting each other on 6s.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
I'm not gonna brace.
Yeah, neither will I.
I'm not too afraid.
So
Wow, how exciting!
I'm gonna roll 10 dice because I have more hull points than you. That's 10. Each 6 is a success. That's 4 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
That's enough to cripple you off the start.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, you get to roll your dice against me too.
Good.
But first, let's see if any of these are critical hits. Roll more dice. Any hit on the hull on a 6 is a critical. No critical.
Okay.
But that is 4 damage to the Pride of Terra.
Ouch! Ouch!
That's your admiral ship.
That's my admiral ship.
No.
Where's the say my hull point? Oh, 8. All right, here we go.
So 8 dice back on me.
The impact coming back. No!
Not 1-6.
These dice are going in the furnace.
I think they need to go in the furnace.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that was entertaining.
Crippled. What does that mean?
Crippled means you have now having all of your weapons batteries, guns.
And movement?
No, not your movement.
Okay.
You have your weapon battery, lances, any guns, basically, your turrets, and your shields.
Okay.
And you're at -5 speed. Crunch!
Is there a way to repair damage, or is that just for criticals?
Only critical hits.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately.
That's right. Okay, well that was painful. Very painful. So how much actually health do I have left?
4.
4.
Hit you for 4. 4 remaining.
You know what? I got the red dice. I'm gonna bust them out.
There you go. I also marked it up on the board.
Yeah.
For reference at the end of the game, but
it is nice to see.
It is.
Mid-game. Here we go.
Ow!
Smoke coming out of the Admiral's ship. All right, what else are you going to do in your movement phase to murder me?
You know what? This is not going to go all ahead full. So it's just going to... Oh, those are scary. If I went here... No, I'm going to not do any more orders. Oh, no, it's going to reload. It's going to attempt to reload. Because it is now empty of fighter escort. Nah, it fails. You know what? I'm going to use one of my rerolls. That succeeds on a 6.
Wait, do you get to... If you had to take a leadership test for ramming and you failed, does that cancel all leaderships for the rest of your...
No, because that's not a command check.
Okay,
yes.
Yep.
It's not a special order. It's just a special thing you can do.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's not a command check for an order.
Right. Makes sense.
Hey, and if I'm wrong about this, let us know. But I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong.
All you Battlefleet Gothic experts out there, all 10 of you.
So move my 15 before I turn, because that's all I can do. Well, battleships need to move at least 15 before they can turn. I'm going to do something like this. And bring on the side guns.
Here comes the pain.
Okay, first shots of this turn are going to be from the Onslaught Squadron into the Firestorm Squadron. I'm going to have a total firepower value of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 4 is 17? Do you wish to brace for impact, sir?
Wait, 13 plus... Yeah. Should I?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're going to brace for impact.
Roll leadership test.
Oh, boy.
Hey, these dice roll low. That's a good thing.
Yeah, now they're going to... Here comes the 2 6s. 7.
No, it is a 7. Your leadership 6, which would normally be a failure, but I am on special orders. So leadership to 7, you are good to go.
Good to know.
Successful brace.
Whew. All right.
So at firepower 17 on a close range escort squadron, that's going to be a hefty 12 dice. I have exactly 12 red dice.
Excellent.
That works out, right? That's counting. Yep. Okay. It's 12 red dice. Your armor value is 5 plus, and you roll 5s to cause some hits. That's going to be 4 successes. Okay. So what happens first is your first ship in line takes it on the shield, and then roll to brace. That is a failure. Oh no!
He's dead.
Yep, he goes poof.
Bye-bye. He explodes in a firestorm.
Ooh.
See what I did there?
You did the thing. The third hit hits your shield, and your fourth hit needs to be braced.
Come on.
Okay, you need to burn those dice. At least scooch them off somewhere else, because this is just...
I'm going to grab some new dice.
You have failed everything so far. Everything.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. Into the bin.
New dice acquired.
Old Tealies, don't let me down. A new stellar phenomenon.
So next up is going to be the Death Dealer battleship. That is going to open fire on the Admiral's squadron of ships. I would love to shoot the Admiral ship to destroy it, but benefit of a squadron is you cannot shoot that one. You always have to shoot the closest. And the leadership check cannot change that. So, I'm going to put my guns into that one. It'll be against your prow, so it'll be a good shot for me, kind of, but also a bad shot. So, see how many guns I get. 10. Take my handy dandy 10 red dice and not roll all of them because that would be cheating. So, against the closing capital ship, I get 7 dice.
Good.
No other modifiers, so need 6s to hit. There's one. Boop. Not locked on or anything, so that's just one boop on your snoot.
All right. Shields come back at the...
Once you move away from those blast markers.
Okay.
I don't... Oh, I do still have stuff to shoot with. Prow bombardment cannon.
Ooh.
That's going to be firepower 6. Closing is going to be 4 dice. So, something to keep in mind, these always hit on 4s, just like lances.
Closing is on the front?
Yes.
Okay.
So no matter the fact that you have a 6+ armor prow, I'm still going to be hitting on 4s.
Ah.
1 is going to be, my first hit will be on your shield, but I do have 3 more dice.
Okay.
These will also hit on 4s, like I keep repeating, but also they cause critical hits on 4s.
Yeah.
So do you wish to brace for impact?
Let me just find the... there we go.
And then roll a leadership test.
Brace for impact. That was a 2 and a 3.
That is absolutely a success.
I'm good.
Yep. Brace! All right, see what I can do here. That'd be 3 hits. So, first one on the shield makes another blast marker. The other 2 that go through, roll to brace. They both go through. Oh boy. So that's 2 damage on the hull.
Yep.
Any critical successes? Yes.
Oh, 5's a crit?
Well, for a bombardment cannon, a 4+ is a critical hit.
Oh, boy.
On to the critical hit table. 2d6.
I love these old games with their tables and charts. It's great. 3.
That's not going to be much. Your starboard armament is damaged. May not shoot it until it's repaired. Considering that's looking at my cruises, I'm okay with that.
Do I get a repair at the end of...
Every turn.
Every turn? Sweet.
Including mine.
And that's not like on a 6 or something?
Yes. We'll get to that when we get there.
We'll get there. All right. Yep.
But I'm going to keep shooting.
So starboard. Let me just mark that real quick.
Now we come to a complicated round of shooting, wherein these 2 ships, as a squadron, will be shooting at various targets. First up is going to be his starboard and his port weapons will fire at this ship. His starboard weapons will fire at this ship. His port weapons will fire at this squadron.
So you have to do leadership for these?
No, because there are no other targets in his arc. It will be D6 firepower. Do you wish to brace them?
But I want to reload my torpedoes.
You can reload next turn when you're safely behind asteroids.
Oh, man. Yeah, the rest of my fleet is destroyed.
It is only D6 firepower against a moving away escort, not at close range.
I need like a...
I would have at maximum 2 dice and more likely 1. So, you know what? I wouldn't.
I will not brace.
Even worse, because I went all ahead full, all my firepower is halved.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what? Don't brace. Don't worry about it.
I will not brace.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, go ahead, take your shot.
Let's start with that one, actually. So, I'm going to get firepower 6, bumped down to 3, which is exactly 1 dice. So, I cannot kill it.
All right.
But I can put a blast marker on it. Get one from
Yeah.
Boop.
Blast.
The next weenie shot is going to be the starboard battery from this one into there. So, gun battery, 3 reduced to 1.5.
Round up or down?
Always round down, except in one very specific case. Closing capital ship, well, not closing, but a beam, but close range. So, it's an abeam capital ship, which is the worst one. Normally I would get 0 dice. However, I'm at close range, so I bump up to 1 dice. However, you have blast markers in base contact, which count as all around, so it's back down to 0 dice. So he will actually do nothing to that ship.
Okay.
He does have the heavy guns, which are 4 dice, or weapon battery 4. So that's 2, so I get 1 dice there. Woo! That's a miss.
Haha.
And then, now the fun stuff. All the firepower combining into that.
Yeah.
We'll start with the regular guns. we're going to get 7 minus, reduced to
They're halved though,
3.
right?
Yeah, because it's halved. 3 at close range is going to be 2 dice. Oh boy. No successes.
All right.
Finally, we're going to have the heavy guns, which is going to be 8 reduced to 4. 4 on being is, again, 2 dice. Let's see what we can do. Nothing. All right.
All right.
Despite being at close range, nothing happens.
You know, it looks scarier when you move them in there, but I'm okay with this.
Yes, I can imagine. Dang, I won't be able to do that fun little bit. That's okay.
Is that all the shooting?
I think that's all it can hurt you with. Other than in the mind and in the Glaven. Those are all going to be short range. Yeah, so they're out. Yeah, and I think I'm short range. I'm too short to hit your firestorms. Yep. Off by 3 centimeters.
Nice.
Denied. So, that's my shooting phase. Time for the ordnance phase.
Oh boy.
These torpedoes hurt somebody really bad on that planet.
Bye-bye.
These 2 are going to hang around on this guy just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is going to start chasing you.
I forget that you can actually move those around because they're ships.
Yep, little bitty ships.
Oh, they're coming after the Cobras.
Yep, and maybe get one. Now we move into the end phase, and there's some interesting stuff that can happen. So first up, it's going to be damage control.
Yes.
You can attempt to repair your damage, your critical damage. Roll dice for each point of health you have remaining. But if you're in base contact with blast markers, it's half. So you get 3 dice.
Well, he's the one that's damaged.
He's damaged, but this one has the critical... Wait, who did it? No, this was the critical hit. Was on this one from the bombardment cannon.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh.
Because all I did against that guy was hurt him.
I even wrote it down on the correct ship. Sword of Humanity. All right, here we go. Yep. The Sword of Humanity. Looking for a 6. Can I fix my starboard? Nope. Hey, I rolled 2 5s though, so...
Ooh, getting better.
These dice are improving.
They're coming up in the world.
Oh, man. Okay.
And then, also, teleport attacks.
Uh-oh.
So, teleport attacks are just 10 centimeters. They can be against any ship that has no shields.
Oh.
So, do that one. He's out of range.
Okay.
So, your admiral ship is fine. Yep. That's why I wanted to try to take down your shields.
Uh-huh.
No luck.
Teleport attacks.
I'm simply going to roll 1 dice for a teleport attack.
Is that special equipment for teleport attacks?
No, every ship can do this.
Oh.
Every capital ship.
Can I teleport attack you back in the end phase? In your end phase?
If I have no shields, yes.
Ah, but you have shields. So.
Yes, I'm fully shielded with my 1 shield per ship.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So, what we're going to do here is roll 1 dice on the critical hit table. That's all it does. It's a 5, which is prow armament damaged. So no torpedoes until you fix it.
Oh, man. That is rough. Okay.
But on your turn, you're going to be moving away from those blast markers.
Yep.
And you'll be able to roll 6 dice to repair things.
Get my shields back.
Also get your shield back.
Okay.
What a turn of excitement. Finally.
Blast markers.
Blast marker removal. 4. Well, there's exactly 4 I can take off. There it is.
All right.
That's going to be your turn, sir.
It's looking a little grim and dark for the Imperial Navy, but we'll see what I can do in this turn 3. Get to the rest of my movement in a sec, but I'm going to do a reload torpedoes for these guys. They have a leadership of 8, so...
That'll do it.
Just do it. Cool. We are reloading ordnance. That means I get to shoot ordnance in the shooting phase or next turn?
This turn.
This turn, okay.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay, I gotta move these guys now. So these guys are gonna fly through this asteroid field, and I roll leadership per ship, and I get a reroll because they're escorts.
Yes.
So they're gonna go their full distance through there, but before I do that, I'll just roll for them. So this guy succeeds, and this one fails.
Reroll it because you're an escort.
But I will reroll it.
It's a nice roll, though.
You know what?
Bring on those dumpy dice.
Oh, come on.
Uh-oh, Ruby. Now. So, of course they did. Now, that particular Cobra will have to roll 1d6, and that's how many hits it takes. The shields do block it.
Okay.
So if you roll a 1, you're okay. Oh, he's dead. He's dead, Jim.
He's super dead.
But at least your Cobra can, your last remainder. Come over here.
Yikes.
Don't.
That was sad.
I'm going to look up something while you continue your turn, just to make sure we did do that right.
All right, so my movement pulled these guys out. Over here is kind of interesting. I moved the cluster right up in there, so we're going to have some very close quarter shooting. Also bringing my Dauntless around to help pepper up these escorts and destroy them. So that is my movement phase. Going into the shooting phase next. Correction, Andrew looked up the rules, and you do roll for the whole squad, so this guy's still alive, luckily.
Yes.
My first roll was a pass.
It was, which means the escorts survived. Now, if this was a capital ship squadron, you would be rolling for each particular ship.
So escorts are just handled differently.
But escorts are handled a little differently.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. Onto the shooting phase. All of these ships are going to fire all their guns at once and explode into space.
Sweet.
We'll start with the Firestorms. This guy, he's got a Prow Lance.
So what you're gonna do here, especially because you are braced, you're gonna add up all your weapons and then have it.
Yes.
So
I fire in the whole squad?
Yes, you fire the entire squad as together. That's one other benefit of the squadrons.
Gotcha.
So you add together.
So 3 lances halved is
2. So that's gonna be, you know what? I'm gonna brace for impact too, because there's a lot of stuff coming at them. I fail.
Oh!
Hey, we're leadership. Oh, leadership 7. That's the best in the fleet.
So 2 lance hits.
I'm gonna use my.
Gotta use your reroll.
I'm gonna use my last reroll. Oh, they failed again. Okay.
Oh,
Not happening. Okay, so you're gonna score 2 lance hits, and then that'll just be against the closest, which will be this guy.
Yep.
No, he can't actually get lanced. The closest guy that can get lanced is this guy. So he's gonna go boom. Now, despite the fact that we are all close, I wasn't actually touching. Despite the fact that we are all close together, I cannot place a blast marker in contact with any other ship because they're not in base contact with me.
Okay.
So I'm going to place the first one for my shield right about there.
Okay.
And the second one, well, actually, it would technically go over there because that's where a place where you can place it.
Yep.
And the second one for dying is just, right where it was. But again, it cannot be in base contact because it was not in base contact.
Okay. And then the weapons batteries, so we have...
Here's where we're going to get a little interesting because you're going to calculate it differently per model.
Are we do it by model?
In this case, well, you're going to do it per model in terms of how you calculate how many dice you get, but then you're going to add it all up and then have it.
Oh, I see. So
Simple.
like these 2 shooting in here? Do we do it by per target or by shooting?
It would be the closest. So, you know what? Let's just assume you put yourself there. This one is going to be closing, but realistically, actually, it wouldn't matter where you go. When shooting at a squadron, normally you have to shoot the closest ship.
Yeah.
However, if there's an easier target, for example, based on the facing or based on the armor, you can elect to shoot at that instead.
Okay.
So in this case, you can shoot at the closing one because it gets you more dice. Or you can shoot at the side one because it gets you an easier to hit.
I see.
Funky, isn't it?
It is. Let's shoot at the closing one.
Well, that's closing.
That's
a beam, but yes.
A beam.
I know what you were getting at.
I pointed and said the other thing.
You're going to you're going to be a beam for all of these, whether they're shooting at this one or this one, because he can't shoot backwards. So he's shooting there, he's shooting there, he's shooting there, all a beam, all close range. So that's going to turn into firepower 6 divided by 2 to 3. Various modifiers equals 1 dice. But the important part is you get your shot.
I love reducing dice. It's so fun. What do I need to hit?
A 4, actually.
Your armor's a 4.
My armor is terrible on the side and rear.
Oh.
And so are your dice rolls.
All right.
Oh, bother.
old Dauntless here. We're going to fire the lance.
Something with some actual oomph.
And everything on this side into that squad.
He's going to attempt to brace again.
Okay.
Because now something new is shooting at him. They succeed!
Now you brace. All right, so the Dauntless Lance has
3 shots.
3 shots. Ooh. Here comes
Spicy.
a dead escort.
Hopefully. Ooh, when you roll like that, that's certainly a possibility. So,
Oh, yeah.
first one hits the closest on the shield. Roll to brace. Fails.
Dramatic die roll.
Blip. So then next one is going to hit on the shield, and the next one in range, which is going to be this guy, because he's the only one else that he can shoot at.
Yep.
So that's a mess. Now you have your starboard batteries.
Starboard batteries is 4 shots.
Well, it's a value of 4 against a beam escort,
Yep.
which would be 1 dice. But you're in close range, so that's 2 dice.
Ah.
Enough to kill it,
Left to the right.
unless you do that.
4?
A 4 will hit the shield of the one that it can actually hit, which will be the
This
front
guy.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, since you are in base contact with a ship, I
dare
can place
say,
it on both.
This is a complicated game.
Eventually. that's
I was reading, it's like, oh, this isn't so bad. This isn't so complicated. And then we get into something like this.
Squadrons tend to make things a little complicated.
Yeah. If you stick with cruisers, it's pretty straightforward.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. That was exciting. Over here, we're going to shoot all of these. Well, see, my starboard is damaged. So, luckily, the port side, which is left,
Yep. Left for your landlubbers.
we're going to fire everything into your capital cruiser.
Sure.
Well, actually, it's a battleship.
It is a battleship. It's all going to be on my prow, so it's all going to be closing shots for you. That's good. This guy is within 15 centimeters. This guy is not.
Good for you, right?
It's good for you, actually.
Prow.
Yeah, it's good for me that you're hitting my prow. It's good for you because it's more dice.
Ah.
It's good for everybody.
Everybody's a winner. Okay.
So, you're going to be...
So we do this one first then? Because he's in short range? Or do I still add up?
No, we do this distinctly because of different modifiers,
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be 6 down to 3, closing, but short range. So that's going to be 3 dice. You're going to roll it all together as a pool.
Ah.
3 dice. And then the second one is going to be 3, but not short range, so 2 dice. So total of 5 dice.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll. I'm not going to brace. Ah!
What do I need? 6s?
6s to hit.
Hey.
That's a hit. Right? Oh, there's those blast markers. It's like I pulled out some.
Ah.
Now, something to note, so I'm going to have to roll for those little fighters. But carry on shooting.
All right.
You would normally have a mighty 4 lances, but that's reduced to 2 because you are braced.
Yes. Yeah, 2 for the whole squadron.
Yep. Lances always hit on 4s.
4.
That's another hit.
How many shields do you have?
1 more.
Oh, man. 3 shields. Tough. Tough cookie. That is all my shooting.
Cool. You're going to be in a good position next turn.
The ordinary ants phase.
Yes. That ordnance phase. Over here, he's a little short. Don't think escorts can actually do teleport attacks.
Oh, yeah, teleport attacks. That's a thing.
It is. However, like I said, I think it's only capital ships. During my part of the ordnance phase, these fighter bombers are going to come on over here.
And we were looking up teleport attacks over here, and then we realized ships on special orders can't do teleport attacks, so we undid the extra...
Prow critical hit.
Yeah, the prow critical hit that happened over here last turn.
Yep.
Okay.
My bad. This.
Oh, what are you doing over here?
I'm attacking you with my little wieners. My little wieners in space. They're all coming at you. All like...
Are they... Oh. I'm not going to ask. Right.
Moving on. So the first thing you do is roll for your turret. You have 1 turret. You need a 4+ to take it down.
Nope.
Oh, what a shame. So, in my response, I get D3 attacks. 1 minus your turret, which would normally equal 0. However, it's also a fighter. So it at least gets to suppress it and add 1 to my total. So I get 1 dice.
Whatever you say.
I know it's a lot. It is a lot to think about and take in. So
Yeah.
let's see if I kill a ship. I do. So no matter what, one ship out of that squadron still died.
I can choose, right?
No, I specifically attacked that ship.
All right. Bye-bye, Cobra.
Cobra.
Cobra killed.
And then for these fighter bombers on escort duty, there's some blast markers there.
Yes.
So on a 6, they go poof. Nope, they're okay.
They are fine. Do they move? You're keeping them there? What are they?
I'm
What are
going
we
to keep
doing?
them there.
All right. Blast markers.
Blast marker removal.
5.
Yeah, before you remove them, I wanted to take a picture of this nonsense.
Yeah.
This train had a lot of action.
Absolutely.
All right. 5 not touching anything.
Let's get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4.
And some from over there.
5.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then at the end of your turn, your brace orders fall off. You're no longer braced.
But now I get to try to repair my starboard damaged weapons.
With 6 dice. Oh boy.
Just need a 6. There we
We
go.
got many 6s. Well, 2. That's a better feeling.
Oh yeah.
Back online.
All right. That is the end of turn 3 for me. On to the Orks.
The Orks. So on the start of my turn, I'm going to elect to start with the cruisers there. We're going to attempt to come to new heading. Because now they are behind. On a 5, they will succeed. So they get to make
Extra
2
turn?
turns during their movement
You
phase.
still have to make the minimum movement, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So they have to move at least 10, make a turn, move another 10, make another turn. So now they are behind the line of scrimmage for you footballers out there. Or
American
you,
football.
or you handballers for you British folks. So he's going to go his second 10 and make another turn. Like that.
Ooh.
So we'll do the same.
Copy pasta.
Copy pasta.
Movement is complete. Did some tourney shenanigans with the come to new heading.
Yep, they're coming around.
This boy moved up and turned. And these guys are running away.
Flee!
All right.
Time to shoot.
The clashes are breaking out. I'm coming around for another pass
Yes.
as semi-trucks collide in space.
That's pretty accurate. Okay, first things first is the death dealer is going to deal a death to these guys. Do you wish to brace? It's going to be some... It's not lots and lots of guns, but it's hefty. There's going to be... He's going to be hit by the bombardment cannon and the prow guns and the prow heavy gun. No, he doesn't have heavy guns. Bombardment cannon and guns. This guy's going to get hit with lots of guns and lots of heavy guns.
All right, you convinced me.
I might recommend racing. Roll that leadership.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a nice roll. You are on an 8 normally. However, they are on special orders.
I'm good.
So that bumps you up to a 9. You pass.
Oh.
And good thing, too, because it's going to hurt. So, I want to use those seconds. So the prow guns against Admiral Beepbop. It's going to be 9 at a close range beam.
They are in a squadron.
They are, but my prow guns can only hit stuff in my prow arc.
Oh, so valid target still. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only closest valid target.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Closest valid target. So, Admiral Beepbop, Humperdinck, is, let's see, a beam.
That would be moving away, or is that a beam?
A beam. So, the hardest target. So, it's going to be 5 dice from those guns.
Okay, so if you're in 2, you go after the hardest.
Yes.
I see.
Oh, I'm not in 2. What do you mean?
Or, like, because...
His arc on the side
Oh,
definitely
you're
keeps
actually
me
not
in the side.
even in my rear arc.
Not in the slightest.
Yeah.
I'm in his rear arc and his side arc.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
So there's that. And you know what? To speed it up, I'm going to do the bombardment cannon at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the red dice. Actually, no. I'm doing them separately on purpose.
Okay.
So these are against your shields. That's one shield down. Also your only shield down.
My only shield.
You're crippled.
Oh, that's right.
Now come the bombardment cannon. They all hit. Roll to brace, all three. Nice. There's some final saves. So one gets through. It's going to be 1 damage. Bumps down to 3. Bloop, bloop. And is it a critical hit? Yes.
Sure is.
2d6.
Oh boy.
7. You're on fire. Yeah, you're going to want to mark that.
I said, oh Lord, there's a fire.
Now the port guns will fire into his rear quarter. So first up is going to be firepower 12.
The bouquet.
Into the pooper. On a moving away is going to be 8 dice at close range. Good thing you're braced, right?
Yes.
And this one I can roll together since it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm going to roll his heavy guns at the same time because this is just extra hits at the same statistics.
Right.
So 3. On 5s. So that's going to be... Oh, Molly.
6.
That's going to be your shields plus another 7 hits.
Okay.
I recommend rolling those brace saves.
Yes. 3, 6, 7.
4 plus brace!
I got 3 of them. 4 go through.
Puts you down to 2 health for me.
And then you roll for each of these for a critical?
Yes.
Oh, man.
But these are on 6s. Bombardment cannons are on 4. These are all on 6s.
Oh, okay.
This is regular stuff. This is what everyone else does.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. But that still hurts. He is also crippled.
That is significantly hurtful.
Yes.
And the shooting continues.
Majesty.
From these guys. It's not going to be much, but it'll count.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Admiral Humperdinck is closest. So it's going to be 2d6 plus 4 divided by 2. So 6, 10, 5. Yay! 5 on a moving away with blast marker is 1 dice. It sounded scarier than it is. And it missed.
Ah.
All right then.
Is that everything?
Yeah, those escorts are not in the correct arc for shooting.
Okay.
So that's it for the shooting phase. Now, my ordnance phase, I'm not going to do anything because those fighters are on cap.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, the end phase, I can do a teleport attack this time because I'm not on special orders.
I have no shields.
Yep, no shields, no orders. So, no, out of range. So I'm only going to do Humperdinck's friend. That is a
That's probably good.
engine room damage.
Oh man, engine room. Okay.
You cannot make turns, and it's an extra point of damage.
Oh my goodness. And if I fail to put out the fire, doesn't it do a point of damage?
Yep. So this could get very interesting very quick. End phase, damage repair.
Oh, end phase. We already removed the blast markers, but I need to repair my ships. So we have a fire on board the Pride of Terra, and we have damage engines on the Sword of Humanity. So we'll roll for the Pride of Terra first.
2 dice.
2 dice, looking for 6. Nope.
No. Down to 2.
Down to 2, and this guy with his damage engines, nothing happens. I can't turn. Excellent. Imperial Navy, turn 4. Okay, my movement phase is completed.
Almost.
Hold these, yeah, almost. So, bringing this guy around, this group came around here to take a shot at the battleship's rear end, and my 2 lunars are moving away. And we're going to try to disengage with them because we have a fire on board here, and we have 1 point of health. So, all right, we'll start with the old the leader of our our fleet here. Mr. Humperdinck is calling a quitsies before his ship burns up.
So this is on your base leadership, and you get additional +3 for each celestial phenomena within 15 centimeters. This is within 15 centimeters, so you're going to go try to hide around the far side is what
Yes.
you're doing. A 7 is under an 11, so you are good.
All right.
Disengage.
We live to fight another day.
Same with him, but he's on leadership 10. Snake eyes.
Insane bravery.
He gets an extra order.
And away he goes. So we are disengaged. What was it? 1 and 2.
Yep.
To calculate the final score remaining. Yeah, we can write it down on the big board.
Yep.
On to the shooting phase. So we successfully disengaged. We're going to fire some torpedoes. What's the salvo? Was it 3?
2.
2.
So don't expect much from it, but you know what? It gets it on the board.
Yeah, it's something.
Causes me mild headache.
Well, aims it this way.
Partially perturbed.
What other guns does he have? A weapons battery. 30 centimeters. That is going to be... yeah, we can fire a weapons battery.
You can, however, but I'd recommend you do something else.
Why's that?
So when blast markers end up in base contact with a ship, they count as being in all directions instead of just one.
Oh.
So it would give you a negative shift on your
Could I
shooting.
shoot your fighters?
Although in this case, I'm closing. Why am I a beam?
I think you're closing.
So it wouldn't matter. You can shoot now.
Alright. So it's just 1 die.
Yep. Yay! That's a hit.
That does something.
That's a hit.
Is that your last shield?
No, it's my first shield now.
Oh, that's right, because you moved away.
I did.
All right, 1 shield down. That was good.
Let's see if it blows up my fighters. Nope.
All right, let's do the lances.
Yeah.
Into the rear.
Just need 4s. Got 1. That's no shield.
And the far lance from the Dauntless.
Oh, don't forget your weapon batteries.
Oh, yes.
You have firepower 6, I believe. 2 from each.
But they are port. I don't have anything in the front, do I?
Should be left, front, right.
You are correct. You are correct. So yeah, there's the 2 in front are within 15 inches.
Yep. So that'd be 4 at short range closing or moving away is 3 dice from that.
Okay.
And from the last fellow, it's going to be 1 dice. So 4 total.
4 total. And I need. What's your rear?
5s.
5s.
I need
Okay.
5s to hit. That's a
1.
hit.
1 hit. All right.
Now that's all my shields down.
All the shields are gone.
Leaving the Dauntless free
Take
to lance it up.
Take a lance shot with his 2
His
lance.
triple battery.
Triple battery. All right. Triple lance. Here we go. Hitting on 4s. All right.
Well then.
All that work to take down the shields and nothing happens. Okay. That is my shooting phase.
Send in the torpedoes.
Send in the torpedoes. Actually, is this 30? No.
It might be. Looks
I
like
am.
a yes.
Yeah, let's take some shots over there.
Brace them. No, I'm not going to brace.
Weapons battery on the Dauntless.
4.
4.
The moving away escort is 1 dice.
1 dice. What's the
Needs a 4.
a 4? I got it.
Boop.
Sweet.
Got that shield. Slowing me down.
Just something. All right. Yeah. Ordnance phase.
Move those torpedoes. See if they survive going through the blast markers.
Yeah.
Is the first port of call.
And I roll.
1 dice on the 6. It explodes.
All right.
Okay, so the torpedoes get through. My fighter bombers do their job. Take out those torpedoes.
Okay. That was something. Yeah. Blast markers.
Yep.
2. Let's get rid of these 2.
Of course.
On to the Orks. Turn 4.
Oh boy. First up, those cruisers still feeling out of it, are going to try and attempt to burn retros successfully on a 6. Whoop. So now they don't have to turn before moving. Haha, I said that in reverse order. They don't have to move before turning.
Aha, okay.
So he's going to go 45 degrees now. And actually, they're just not going to move at all because they're pointed at asteroids. And if I get close and then fail my next burn retros, I'm in trouble.
Oh, come on, that'd be fun.
It would not be fun.
All right.
Next up, the battleship is just going to take a move. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to move. I'm just going to make a move this turn. Up there. Getting dangerously close to those asteroids, but I'm not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh, and then next turn you burn retros?
Yeah, next turn I'll have to burn retros. Or I just not worry about it.
Yeah.
It is a battleship with full health. These guys are going to attempt to come to new heading. Ooh, on a 5. Their leadership's 7.
Oh, nice.
Best in the fleet. So they're actually going to make 2 silly turns. So with escorts being, with escorts benefiting from not needing to move before turning.
You do a 180, right?
Well, your escorts can do that. Mine have a 45-degree turn.
You can do a 90.
I can do a nice little 90-degrry turn there.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Still not in the action, but getting closer. And then I'm just going to, still have to move my minimum, which is going to be 12 and a half. Zoop. Zoop.
Okay.
Slowly but surely coming around. It's the Orks for you.
Shooting phase.
Yep. First up is going to be the battleship, and also only up because everything else is out of range at this point. So the first thing we're going to do is make that disappear. We start with the prow guns for firepower 11. On a beam escort, not within close range, so that's going to be 2 dice. Do you wish to brace?
Range? That's not close range?
No, close range is 15 centimeters.
Oh.
Not like 17.
It's close,
15.
but not close.
Yes, not too close.
Yeah, let's brace for impact.
It's enough dice to kill you.
Yeah.
Leadership test. Ooh, that's gonna succeed.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Guns. That's 1 hit. So that's on your shield.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for now. The bombardment cannon is going to get 1 dice. See if that can finish it off. Nope. Okay. Starboard guns are gonna try to work over your escorts there. Yeah, 'cause it's the only thing in range. And it's not even close range. So I'm only going to be getting my regular gun batteries. Guns. Yeah. So it's going to be D6 plus 4. Firepower 7 versus a closing escort through blast markers. 2 dice.
Ooh, okay.
Do you wish to brace?
No.
All right, I need 5s. That's a double miss.
Yes. Gambling here. I'm gonna lock on next turn.
Okay. Oh, I should have done that instead. I did it wrong, but that's okay. I can correct it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for my turn.
Fill it over here.
No, I only have prow guns. No, nothing on the side. So yep, nothing
Okay.
happening there. I'm not gonna relaunch yet. So yep, time to remove some blast markers. 2.
Only 2.
Ha! I'm gonna take some cover from that then.
Yep.
Well, not really, but yeah, good enough.
All right.
Because it won't affect your lenses.
The top of turn 5 of, was it 7?
8.
8. Okay. 5 of 8. Let's move some stuff. Actually, we're gonna try to lock on with the Firestorms. Leadership of 6. But you get +1 because you are in special orders.
That's
I got it with a 6.
Nice.
So we're going to lock on with those. We will also lock on with the Dauntless.
Okay.
Also get that with a 4.
Super. Bring on the pain.
And now we're going to... Oh, I'm technically supposed to move these guys before I lock on, right?
Technically, yes, but you know what? I'm feeling generous.
It's fine. You're feeling generous as you destroy the whole fleet. All right, on to movement. We are swarming this big battleship to see if we can do something to it. We'll find out. Starting with the little Cobra, I get 1 dice, and because of where I am positioned, I need a 5. Nope. Nothing there. We're going to do the 3 lances.
Yep.
Looking for 4s.
Ooh, they all hit. That's a shields down by Yumpity.
Oh, yeah. And then I have some weapons batteries.
Yep.
Looks like maybe one of them.
Well, they'll all be within short range. They'll all be within my flank, most likely.
Oh, yeah. So we got, what is it, two per normally?
Yeah, 2 each, total of 6. Into a short range. Oh, let's see. Yeah, they're all beam. So, that goes to 3 dice. Needing 5s.
3 dice. Needing 5s. Re-rolling.
Yes. Ooh, look at that. That's
more.
2 on the hull.
Yes!
Damage on the board. See if any of them are criticals.
Oh. No. Excellent. Points, baby. The Dauntless. We're going to fire that Prow Lance.
Yeah. I will not brace.
And I get to reroll that.
Good thing you're locked on.
Oh, it's even worse.
No, did not unable to capitalize.
6 dice, not a single 4.
That's rough. Again, this is only on camera.
I know.
In regular games where he's not being recorded, he'll just ace me with his dice.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah, sometimes. Better than this, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. All right, that's fine. This is fine. Ordnance phase.
Yep. You don't have any, but I have some.
Oh boy.
Fight Obamas. I'm attempt to deal with this Cobra.
Oh.
So first, roll your turret. See if you can shoot it down. And you do.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Fight Obamas.
Good. I can relaunch them. Finally. You cannot do any teleport attacks. You're too tiny. Or too far away. Blast marker removal.
4.
These are here.
Yeah.
So there's these 5 and that
1, 2, 3, 4.
Those are the best for you to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye-bye, blast markers. All right, Orks. Come at me, bro.
Alrighty. I've used all my rerolls, of course.
Yeah.
Thinking myself clever. So, first up is going to be the Death Dealer Battleship attempting to burn retros. It has a +1/-1 for his leadership on a 6.
Oh my.
That's not successful.
That's really high.
Okay, he did not burn retros. And I don't have any more rerolls, so I'm just going to carry on doing my
Into
turn.
the asteroids.
Into the asteroids. You also failed that.
Oh.
So I'm going to take D6 damage. 3, his shields go down.
Do I score points for that?
No, because I didn't take damage.
Oh, your shields went down. That's right.
Yep, it bounced off the shields. And my shields are back up.
Even if you started your move with no shields, because you have 3 blast markers touching you?
As soon as you leave contact with those blast markers, your shields come back up.
Oh, instantly. Okay.
Yep, instantly.
Good to know.
So, the asteroids thankfully just bounced off the shields.
Yeah.
That drops off. Hey, no more special orders, so I guess these... I don't need to go around that side of the table and start reaching.
Some movement. Movement is complete.
Yep. Came out of the asteroids, none too bothered. Soon to fly into more asteroids, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Meanwhile, these 2 onslaught escorts are going to be coming back to where they started.
You'll actually cross that field when you get to it.
Oh.
It's full of jumps. All right, let's shoot. All right, so first up, we're going to start with the Kill Cruiser Squadron. They are going to, let's see, he's going to put his prow guns into that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put his prow guns into this squadron.
Okay.
They're going to put both of their port weapon batteries into the squadron. And, well, he's going to put his regular guns into your ship, maybe. On a successful leadership test, I will do so.
Yes.
There's a
Oh.
fail.
That's not what you needed.
Nope. So close. I was so happy with that one, and then
So does that mean you get to place all shots in here instead?
I still get to shoot. I
Okay.
just can only shoot at the closest target.
Okay.
So, yep, gets us to the closest target. Everything's going to shoot at these.
Dice.
Time for dice. First up is the first prow guns battery against that Cobra Escort. Do you wish to brace?
Yeah. That's it.
No reason not to.
Brace for impact.
Roll leadership test. Always got to roll that leadership. They pass.
I do pass.
Also, your
Wait,
highest.
this isn't a Cobra, right?
No, this is the Cobra.
Oh,
These are Firestorm.
these guys are 6. I failed.
Oh, they failed.
Yeah.
That's too bad. But I'm shooting them, so you
So
passed.
do they stay in the Oh, it doesn't matter. They're locked down.
Technically, you did it with them because I'm shooting him first.
Oh, okay. So then he did pass.
Yes.
Oh,
you did.
this is so confusing. There we go.
Then when I shoot to them, then you
Yeah,
can do that.
I'll roll for them, yeah.
So first, that means no, because he's closest for his prow. Okay, so yeah, his prow gun battery to him. It's gonna be firepower +4 or 2. I keep forgetting. +2. So 7 versus that closing escort, which is gonna be 4 dice. Getting 4s, that's gonna be 3 hits. 1 on the shield and 2 brace saves.
Saved 1, but not enough.
Pass and a fail.
Bye-bye.
These plucky cobras. Next up is going to be his prow guns on your firestorms, where you brace successfully.
Brace.
I get weapon battery 6, closing escort through blast markers. So it's going to be a sad shift for 2 dice. Needing 5s. That's a negative. So that's prows, and now ports. He is outside for 15, so no heavy guns, just regular guns. So 2d6 for my weapon batteries. 5 against. One's closing and one's a beam. So we'll just say the best one is going to get the worst effect.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess the worst one will get the worst effect, so nothing. So I get 1 dice.
1 dice. All
Oh
right.
boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh,
That's a nothing.
that's a nothing. Well then, I guess the death dealer has to do the job. He's going to attempt to shoot past the closest target. Successfully. Not that he had anything in range, but he succeeded. Darn it. The heavy guns are going to be short, so that's just going to leave the regular guns.
So you're going into the Dallas?
No,
No.
I'm out of range. It's going to be those guys.
Okay.
Or are they in range? Yeah, they're short. Weapon, regular guns. Firepower 5. Versus
Now who's rolling bad?
versus a
How does it feel when the shoe's on the other foot?
I don't know. I'm an orc. It's always that way. All right, more misses.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a whole lot of nothing. However, I can launch some ordnance in the form of fight bombers and get 3. And I don't need these for torpedo duty anymore, so
Lame.
I'm gonna split them up like that, 2 and 1.
Okay.
I have no more guns, nothing else to shoot. So we're gonna attempt to move them in such a fashion that they don't hit a blast marker, and they have the distance to get to both. Okay, so first one, I'm gonna send the 2 into there. So you have your turrets to roll. I believe you have 2 as a frigate.
Sounds.
You're slightly chunkier. Yes, you have 2 turrets.
2 turrets.
4 plus.
Nope.
Neither. So I'm going to get 2d3 minus 2 plus 1. Nothing. Oop, and I moved a ship. And then this one is 2 down to nothing, back up to 1. So 1 dice to attack with the bombing run. And I missed.
Okay.
I'll do it again. Do your turrets again. Except I have fewer dues this time. But they still go through. Da 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 da. Down, I get 2 dice this time. Because I start at 3, go down to 1, back up to 2. Oh, nothing. Well, I tried. Okay.
Okay.
Blast marker removal. 1.
Blast marker.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to leave that one there and take it from elsewhere on the table.
All right.
Just because.
Imperial Navy. Turn
6.
6. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn these guys 90. We're gonna skiddy on ahead.
Do you want to go that way, or do you want to go the other way? Do you want to get behind me, for example? If I go that way.
No, I'm gonna go this way.
Might I recommend getting behind an orc instead of in front of it?
Oh, I was moving to disengage.
Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine, too.
I'm jettisoning the white flag out the airlock. This guy has to move 10 and then turn.
Up to 90, but yes.
Oh, this is a
That is still a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Remember,
So
there's
let's
also negatives in case
Oh.
there's enemy within.
Making you look up rules. All right, so I get a hide in the dust cloud. Leadership +5, -1, so +4.
That's a mighty 11.
11.
That's a good roll.
Wow. All right, we disengage with him. And the cobras, or not cobras, the firestorms.
We're not too close there, and not close enough there, and not close enough there. So on your base leadership.
6.
Eee, right away! Uh-oh, still in play.
They are still in play. Okay.
Well, best thing you can do is pepper me a little bit then.
Yep, let's sprinkle that pepper.
They got the range. They got tone. 3 dice.
3 dice.
You have tone, Ma. Yes, you do.
Wow. Well, too bad that's all I can do.
Well, you'll sure will annoy the heck out of me. That's what you'll do.
Yep, okay. Ordnance.
No ordnance to speak of.
5. Was there a blast marker over there?
There was, and I took it off on my turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I thank you for clearing the path for me.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. I removed them.
You didn't really have an option.
Yeah, well, I could have taken away this one.
There.
I'll allow it.
Alrighty then.
Orks. Here we go.
Yes, here we go. Here we go.
Did those guys move last turn?
Yeah, they did. That's where they got.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're taking a long time.
Okay.
It's my turn. This is going to start getting pretty quick here.
Yep.
So you're going to go 10 there, turn for another 15. Oh boy. Coming around. He's got to go 15, then he can turn another 10. And they're back to where they started at the beginning of the game. Next up, this guy is going to go his 10 and clip the asteroids. So, leadership test.
How exciting.
That's a red tail. He's on a 5. 5!
Nice.
Comes through the other side, not nonplussed. So, but he will make his
White
turn
knuckling his captain's chair, leading them through.
Next up will be Red Teeth doing the same. He's on a 6 though. Oh no, he fails and takes D6 hits. 1.
Just
There
one.
goes the shield.
Okay.
But it'll come back, so he's alright. Alright, I'm alright.
Would that drop a blast marker?
I mean,
Or no?
it doesn't serve any purpose in there, so no.
Sure.
And this guy, you know what? He's going to attempt to reload ordnance. Why not? Nope. That's a negative, Star Fox. We'll go as 15. Make a turn.
Oh boy.
Hunt is on. So, firepower. I'm going to shoot my prow guns. It's going to be 7 plus 4 is 11 on a beam. See if you can pass that leadership test.
I always forget the leadership.
Yep.
See,
Successfully.
I can pass it fine when I'm bracing for impact, but not when I want to run away.
That's true. You've passed all of your braces.
So they're brave.
Something to that effect. I get 4 dice.
Brave or foolish? I don't know. Can't tell.
I'll go foolish, because they do what you want when they need to hide, but not when they need to do something well. Oh, so that's just going to be 1 hit. Closest is going to be this guy.
Okay.
They don't have any other pro weapons. Oh, wait, yeah, they have heavy guns. Within 15. Oh, yeah. So that's 12. 2 moving away is 4 dice again. Each hit counts as double. So, there's 2 brace saves.
Save 1.
He didn't make it. He died.
Okay.
And then this one will cause 2 hits, 1 first there, and another brace save.
Save.
All right. He's in business. So they're done. Now, big guy's got to shoot his guns. And heavy guns are out. Yep. So there's guns. D6 plus 4. Firepower 6. There's a beam. 1 dice. It's enough to cause a brace save. Yeah. No, he succeeded. Okay. That's my turn.
Hornets.
Actually, can I do any teleport attacks? Getting closer. Not quite.
Not quite.
Blast marker removal. Let's clean up the board a little bit.
Okay. Well, we're going to move ahead into planetary range. And we're going to try to disengage.
Okay.
And we do it successfully.
That'll do it with gusto.
And the Imperial Navy flees with its tail between its legs as it took a clobbering from the Ork fleet.
Truly, though, you only lost 3 Cobras and 3 Firestorms.
Right.
But the rest were hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, very bad. Well, this was fun. Thanks for joining me.
Hope everybody likes this.
Good game.
We'll hopefully have some more for you guys.
Yeah.
And, become really good at doing this. So.
Also, if you like these kind of videos, leave a thumbs up, like it, subscribe. Help us get to 500 before the end of the year. That's the goal. So, yeah, thanks for watching.
See you later, nerds.
Bye.